it
What
wasn't
is?
that hard. It's just a man. As it would
No.
turn out, there's plenty of them.
There's
Really.
just there is
This
something
is
about you and a mustache. I do get that.
I really think it works for people. Just so you guys know, like last mustache for the year, probably. I'm gonna be honest. You got to draw the
Ugh.
line somewhere. Last mustache for the year. I also ruined a straw cleaner for
Mhm.
this. I don't know. Does it
Worth
work?
it.
Does it
No,
look like
I like
a thing?
you look like you're about to be on a door bumper clear. Like I see the vision.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is the only NASCAR hat I own. So if somebody wanted to be represented on the show, they're going to have to send me a free hat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I'm too poor. Really. It's
Ah.
got to a point. If you guys are unfamiliar with what we're dressed up as, we'll finish our little intro and then we can get on topic. If you guys are unclear what we're dressed up as, oh fuck, I just fucked up the whole thing. I love how this is definitely not an audio listener friendly segment. If you guys are wondering,
I
MJ's dressed up as a bee and I'm
mhm.
dressed up as a man who happens to be a spotter. Just the whole shit has really hit the fan, really. Okay, the fucking mouthpiece is gone. Whatever. I'm over it. But this is in reference to the bees that terrorized the spotter stand, specifically at Homestead, Miami. One of the
Yeah.
first bits that we really came to love on the show is that Door Bumper Clear, a podcast at the time we didn't really even know what it was. We
Still
still
don't.
are still a little unknown, to be honest. But they had a listener who sent in this lovely song that I want to play for you guys.
Their arms and legs are red, 'cause when they were spotting down at Homestead, Miami, they got stung by 30,000 big old bumblebees.
Oh, here's the banger.
And you would think that Steve Phelps, with all the money that he's made, would have bought some raid.
You would have thunk.
You'd have thunk it.
But anyways, welcome to another episode of Lapstone Podcast. Okay, let me pull up my notes, I guess. We can do a whole podcast if you want.
Sure.
I'll edit here.
I mean, we're already
obviously.
here.
Did your antennae come bent like that? Or did
No,
you
they
be
came
like
straight up.
artistically? Right,
But here's
right. Yeah.
the thing.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I could kind of see, like, I think I was like, that's like a artistic decision that she's made that I
Yeah, it kind of
appreciate.
it just gives her more of a cutesy vibe. I like to think that I'm the queen bee at Miami who's like super pissed that all of these men come in, disturb my peace, bitch about it. And
No,
then,
they
oh
had
my
the
God.
nerve to fucking complain.
And now this season finale next year is actually going to be back at my house. You want me to host again?
I'm hosting again. Wow. Wow. I can't wait. I'm hosting. Wow. Can't wait. Twice. They're going to Homestead twice next year. Right?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because during the regular season and then during the playoffs.
Woo! So we're going to talk all about NASCAR today, guys. Obviously, it was a big weekend for NASCAR, so we're going to talk about it. But before we get into that, we could try to pretend like there's F1 and IndyCar news. Do you want to pretend?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, let's pretend. My first order of business on us pretending like there's F1 news. Charles Leclerc got engaged.
Cute. It was cute. It was cute. It was just kind of rude that he did it on the day of the NASCAR season finale, but like besides that, super cute.
No, I forgot that like people really, really, really like F1 when they were like posting about it. And I was like, hello, there's something else happening today. Did you guys forget to post about that? Something really big. Can I be honest? I think it's cute, but I think for the amount of money he makes, it could have been cuter. If I saw somebody that like, if I saw one of my friends get that sort of engagement proposal, I'd be like over the moon, right? Like I'd be like, oh my God, like they went all out. They got the flowers, they got the hearts, they got the cookies, they got the ring. I would be like, oh, hell yeah. But like for him, I was like, no, you don't get to do what like everyone else does that's above and beyond. You have your own tax bracket of above and beyond.
I think it was clearly planned by Charles, and I think that shows. But that makes it cute, because, like, if, it makes it personal. Like, yeah, no, he chose these cookies with this, like, weird-ass font on them. Like, that's Charles. That's
Right.
cute.
Right. And then like, Yeah, I think it's like kind of what a man would look up as like proposal inspo, and like it would kind of pop up and he would go like, "Oh, I'm going to do my big one."
No, that's
And
good.
so I can like
Women
appreciate
love
the
roses.
planning. Right. I can appreciate the planning that went into it from the way of like, yeah, no, not everybody has experience planning a proposal. You hopefully only do it once in your life. So I'm like, I'm going to give him a
Sure.
pass a little bit, but I'm just saying the wedding needs to bring a little bit more. It needs to, if you're going to, what is the point of millionaires and billionaires if they're not going to at least provide us aesthetically pleasing, grandiose proposals and weddings? I mean, that's like, you know who did it? You know who did their big one? Marcus Erickson's wedding. That shit, I was like, there's an
Oh,
inflatable moon in the pool. Like, I'm like, that's what I'm talking
that's
about.
true. I was gonna say Ryan. We critiqued Ryan Blaney's wedding last
Uh-huh.
year for many a reason. I think it was the date was what we were really caught up on. We're like,
The
who
12,
chose
12.
12
Yeah,
12?
it's like, okay.
Who
Yeah,
chose
yeah,
12
yeah,
12?
yeah.
I'm excited to see it though. Did you see that Pinterest? Some of the brands that were in their comments being like, "Oh my god, so excited for you guys. Congratulations." Baffling. Pinterest was literally in the comments of the Instagram picture being like, "Congrats you too." And I was like, "Where were you when he was planning this?"
You guys could have offered some fucking consultation, surely. I think it's
Something.
just
Bless his
because
heart though. It's cute.
I'm ready to move on after this. This is my last comment on
Okay.
it. It doesn't match his fiance's aesthetic.
Right.
And I
You would
don't
have to get a
expect men
professional
to
to do
be,
that.
I don't really know whether I expect men to be able to capture their like wife or girlfriend or fiance's aesthetic. It's kind of like when a man like accidentally maybe doesn't realize that their girlfriend is a gold jewelry type of gal.
Mhm.
And I'm like, so you've never noticed that she wears only gold jewelry. So this is an infomercial, honestly, for the men that listen to us. Your girlfriend or wife or fiance, she has a color of jewelry that she wears, and she has a flower that she likes, and she has colors that fit in her color wheel. Let's get on Pinterest and let's get to cooking, okay? Let's get our mind, the gears are rolling, and we'll figure something out, okay, boys?
Yeah.
Anyways, any
No, but
other things you'd like to add to our infomercial?
I think no. I don't have any
Okay.
like do you remember? I did think about this the other day. This is a tangent. Do you remember when we used to tell men that you shouldn't use like 4-in-1 skincare? Do you remember when they kept advertising that on NASCAR? We had to be like, "Don't do that. Please don't do that. If you have any skincare questions, please DM us. Do not do that." That's just what this
our off
reminded me of.
our off season like goal is like we're just gonna start like being like, if you're gonna listen to Laps Down, you're not gonna fucking embarrass us. And it's like all of the men who listen to us, it's like a 12-week course that they have to take of like, you're not gonna fucking be out there in the Laps Down hat embarrassing us, okay? You're not
No,
using
yeah.
shampoo to wash your face anymore. It stops today.
Please use an SPF. You're embarrassing me.
That was fun. That was a good segment. I think that was helpful to the people. Anything else about Charles Leclerc's engagement? This is what
No, it
we're
was cute.
passing
We
off as
gotta go.
F1
We
news.
gotta move on.
We got to
Yeah.
move on. Do we want to talk about the lies and the lies on the internet?
I want to talk about it simply because we've been saying this. I vividly remember us saying, "Fuck it, Yuki to Dale Coin." I remember us saying it, but oh no, suddenly an IndyCar expert comes out and says the same
Oh,
thing.
so we can't be an IndyCar expert? Why? Because we say it with a joking tone of voice and we giggle that it can't be
Oh my god.
expertise?
Because when we say it, it's funny and it hits, suddenly it's not news? Are you kidding me? Okay, there's this rumor going around, put out by I'll give the credit by IndyCar expert. That's how it's being cited. IndyCar expert Tony Donahue. That
I need
Yuki
a fucking
Tsunoda
job
is going
title
to
like that, dude. I'm like honestly
what?
pissed that I have no job title of this sort. You know what I mean? It's like IndyCar connoisseur, maybe IndyCar sommelier. That's me.
IndyCar sommelier.
Anyways, continue. I'm
Um,
just pissed about the whole thing because I don't have a fucking title. Whatever.
we can title ourselves. Is that what you want to be? You want to be IndyCar expert?
No, because then it's like I asked for it, so it wasn't given because of my
Oh,
credentials.
it's like a nickname. Someone else has to give you the. Okay. Keep that in mind, people. But it's been alluded to, and by alluded to, I mean like point blank said, Yuki Tsunoda is going to the second Dale Coyne seat next year.
We're supposed to find out by Friday that he's no longer driving for Red Bull.
Right. And I think the next step is obviously the second Dale Coyne seat.
I think that's a pretty ambitious turnaround. That's all I'm going to say about the rumor, okay? I'm not going to pretend like I have any fucking sources because nobody would dare talk to me about shit, and that's fair. I don't blame them. But what I'm saying is, like, there has been already testing and stuff like that for IndyCar teams. There are already, like, so many people in the pipeline for IndyCar that, like, have tested IndyCars, that have driven on ovals. People like Lena's who have, like, done IndyCar, a full season of it, that are looking for seats. As much as I appreciate the Honda partnership and as much as I appreciate Yuki Tsunoda might be in need of a job, it is so ambitious to think he's going to go from being a full-time F1 driver and then in December become a full-time IndyCar driver. That's a lot.
It is a lot. And we know now that the announcement that you went to in Nashville was supposed to be a Arenas announcement. So it was just like, oh fuck, we can't get Arenas. I guess we'll try to get Yuki Tsunoda. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I believe
one
him.
of the most marketable, like, popular F1 drivers. Like, whether you think he's a good driver or not, everybody knows who Yuki is. He's a tough get, okay? That man's in a Hexclad commercial. You think he's gonna drive a Dale Coyne? I'm not buying it. I am buying Hexclad, and if you use my code Andrea,
Dude, I would love a Hexclad sponsorship.
No, same. I would fuck that shit up. I would.
That would be so good.
I would. Hey, Gordon Ramsay, reach out. We would love to chat.
Please.
Yeah,
I think it's silly.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I do think it's fun. I think it's fun, and that's part of like what we do here, which is why when I heard the rumor, I was like, "Oh my god, he's making a joke. He's finally found a sense of humor. He's like getting on the train." And then people were tagging expert to his name, and I was like, "Oh no, people think this is sincere."
Yeah, I think it's like, guys, I just think that, like, you gotta take the pros versus cons here. What will the embarrassment level be if you're wrong and loud about it? Pretty high. It's now getting, like, exposed to, like, a whole different audience. I'm finding it on F1 gossip pages. Do you want that? You gotta know where the limits are of your jokes. You know what I mean? You gotta.
You gotta know when to cut a joke off, like the Pierre bit, which wasn't a bit. He did say that. I also
With the pink camo?
Yeah, that he nixed the pink camo.
Yeah. You actually are one to fucking talk, because there is so many little fucking lies and jokes that you have made that I have heard make their way around, and then somebody tells it to me and I go, oh, I know where you got that from. I know exactly the fucking source. Oh, we got IndyCar experts? Okay, well, I got myself a handy dandy bullshit expert over here, and I know exactly where you heard that.
Oh my god, heaven forbid a girl would have a little fun. Sorry.
You're a little liar. MJ's a little liar, guys, and I like that about her.
I do lie.
She does lie for fun sometimes.
Yeah, I do lie for fun. But I think you can tell when I lie sometimes. So it's different, and I would never call myself an expert in anything. But what I was gonna say is I feel like this rumor has made more rounds than almost the Mick Schumacher to IndyCar, and I see more of a potential of that actually happening than the Yuki Tsunoda to Dale Coyne, which I just think that's interesting.
I feel pretty interested in the Mick Schumacher thing. You know what I mean? It's like, initially I was like, okay, I get it. We're doing the thing we always do where somebody comes and tests and then it doesn't actually turn into anything. I do feel like it's like, what is going on with that RLL team, really? Like, why would they even bother? And, like, it still hasn't really been, like, shot down. Like, I feel like, remember when, like, Logan tested an IndyCar? And he, like, kind of went out of his way to be like, just so you guys know, I will not be in an IndyCar anytime
Yeah.
soon. It's important to me that all of us know that. And I can have a little fun and I can do this little test. I can cosplay as Kyle Kirkwood and it could be a grand old time. But this is not happening. Oh, you want to add that? Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. But, like, I feel like Mick did not try to do that. In fact, in a way, he was almost kind of like, there is a real possibility that I could be in an IndyCar in the future. What I think is
Yeah.
weird, though, is why are part of the reason why I also think it's true, why are all these European people sounding off on their opinion on the safety of ovals? Why are y'all all sounding off? I've seen so many people be like, Mick, don't go. It's so scary over there. And I'm like, I feel like they wouldn't even bother doing that unless there was a serious chance he was coming to IndyCar.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I'm always kind of confused. It doesn't ever seem like a safety issue until like a Formula One driver actually might be racing an IndyCar. What?
They're like, I was fine with some of you dying.
No,
But Mick
literally.
Schumacher is
It was
where I
always
draw the line.
their issue with IndyCar was always like, well, they're not even close to as fast as Formula One cars, the G forces, the French, all of those things. But now they're like, oh, it's actually dangerous, and all these people are fucking psychos. Which, like, heaven
We've been
forbid.
guilty of saying, but I think it's fun. But my thing too is like F1 and IndyCar have had, I think, pretty comparable issues when it comes to safety. Like, for every
Well,
accident or like safety concern that I can think of with IndyCar, I can think of it also applying to F1, or they have their own.
they have a lot of similar like safety procedures and technology. So that doesn't really make sense to me. I truly think they just can't, like, the non-American mind can't comprehend ovals. They just see it and they're like, black hole, bad, don't go.
I think you're gonna make a tornado, and then you won't be able to stop it. So I don't think you should go, Mick.
They're
I'm
like,
gonna be honest.
they're like, I've made a bunch of left turns in a swimming pool before. I know how it goes. You're gonna get swept off your feet. It's gonna be really scary, and you're not gonna have your floaties. Everything's bad.
Everything is bad. Do you know the Tornado Alley, Mick? How do you think it starts? Every year in May. These guys,
That's funny.
they really get to going on this oval. And it caused irreparable damage to the entire environment. I really can't think of anything other than that of what it could be.
It's about the environment. Think about the ozone, Mick. You can't race at the Indy 500.
You can't, and I know you can't, okay? Think about the environment. Save the bees or whatever, Mick. I don't know. Just don't do it.
Beekeeping age. That's what we should have said we were. You're beekeeping age, and I'm the bee.
Me and a mustache is beekeeping age? MJ, I didn't think we had that kind of show. Whoa. Whoa.
I'm just mad about the joke that you cut out like 2 weeks ago.
I know. Guys, I think I already told you. The joke was just, I think Ollie Behrman's dad is hot. It wasn't that crazy of a joke. I could have left it in.
I know. It was good you cut it out, and then we brought it up multiple times.
No, it's good that we did that.
Yeah.
So shouts out Tony and whatever's happening with Yuki. Happy for you, or sorry that happened, or whatever. I'm not reading all that. Whatever. I'll see you in May, or I won't. I don't fucking know. Anyways, what is it? What else did you add to our F1 segment?
I was gonna say Austin Matthews. Aston Martin came out with this really sick Toy Story collab. It's always Aston Martin who's like undercover or behind the scenes doing these like really sick collabs, and I feel like no one ever talks about Aston Martin. So I just wanted to give them their flowers because it is really cool, like the little helmet and the apparel and stuff.
You know what makes me sad about like nobody ever talks about Aston Martin? Is that like they do have kind of, in my opinion, the best colors of any F1 team.
Oh.
Like I really eat up green on green. I'm going to eat it up every time.
It's good.
I don't give a shit about that team or anything that they're up to. Or frankly, what their finishing status is after every race because it's usually DNF.
None of
But
my
I
business.
love a green on green. And throw a little Toy Story on there. Why not? Why not? Do you think, though, that, like, I think that Aston Martin's thing is separate because they're doing their own thing. But they also recently, I think this week, announced the Disney partnership is, like, also coming to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I know they mentioned the Disney partnership was coming in 2026. In Las Vegas Grand Prix, I think they're having like a special ticket package that you can buy that's like Disney themed. Do you think that F1 is maybe going too far with like the partnerships all the time? It's like, I think that, like, for example, individually they all could be cool, but like when you're like, oh, we're gonna do a Hello Kitty grandstand, we're gonna do a Disney grandstand, we're gonna do the Lego collab, we're also gonna do the Hot Wheels collab, we're gonna, like, all the teams have their own little partnerships. Do you think that maybe they're just trying to cash in, and it might in the long run kind of oversaturate? Like, people are going to be like, why is everything fucking F1 themed? I don't even like F1.
I think they're doing the exact same thing NASCAR did.
Yeah.
Where it's like, now we want to be a household name. The way we're going to become a household name is by introducing ourselves through all of these other like marketing opportunities. It's interesting. Who is it? It's NASCAR National on Threads and Instagram who does a really good job of talking about like the failures of NASCAR when they went through this exact thing. And he'll like pinpoint, he'll be like, see what F1's doing right now? NASCAR did that.
They are
And it
kind of doing everything NASCAR did to rise
exactly.
and fall. Why did they not
Like
finish
to a
the
T.
book? Finish the
No,
book.
well, they don't even want to
copy it.
acknowledge that NASCAR exists. And I'm like, bro, strangely enough, NASCAR has the formula for you. Like, they have all the answers. If you just look at how they failed, dude, what are we doing?
I just realized if we clip this, people are going to be like, why the fuck does that girl have a mustache? Should I put it back on?
I'm literally in antenna. I can't believe you've done this. Now I look silly.
I could put the bottle cleaner back on.
No, it's cool.
You also don't
one thing
have to wear the antenna the rest of the episode if you don't want to.
I literally do.
Actually.
Unfortunately, I've committed to a bit. Yeah, right. I was gonna say.
Yeah, you do actually.
One thing I was upset about is they did announce this Disney partnership collab stand thing on Hello Kitty's birthday, and that really pissed me off.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I've recently become obsessed with Hello Kitty.
I love her.
I've been watching gaming
Hello
streamers
Kitty.
play Hello Kitty Adventure Island, and I just like, I love Hello Kitty.
It's so good.
Do you have a favorite Hello Kitty like character, or is yours just Hello Kitty?
It is Hello Kitty. I wish I could find the picture, but I was Hello Kitty for Halloween one year, but it was like a mascot suit and my face just stuck out of it. So I've always had an affinity for that little lady.
I'm trying to think. I kind of think that I like Choco Cat, but I read that Choco Cat is very unpopular in Japan because they believe black cats are bad luck. So they don't make like cute Choco Cat merch. I also like Cinnamon Roll, and I also like the little dog. What's his name? Pachacho.
Oh, hell yeah.
This little guy.
No, he's cute. He's cute.
But this is his, look at him.
No, she's cutie. I respect her.
And then that's you. That's literally you if you were 3 apples tall.
That's literally me.
Anyways, so you think that they're just like, let's just follow the formula that exists. Don't acknowledge that we're doing it, and like are they kind of also following the formula to the fall as well?
I bet so. I would be shocked if things go any different. Like, because it's like you're just repeating history. Like, multiple. Well, I guess IndyCar really didn't get a hit that stride like NASCAR did. I don't know. Something happened. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm one of those people that is very susceptible to like being I
Love
don't like
bombing.
being oversaturated by things. In a way, kind of love bombing. And so, like, the more corporate partnerships like F1 takes on, some of them I'm like, oh, that's cute. But when I look at them as a whole, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are such sellouts. It's
It's
so
a
annoying.
lot.
Like, just do the sport or don't. I don't care anymore.
And something
What the fuck
specifically
did
interesting about
they
Formula
go?
One versus NASCAR is NASCAR was like, we're for the blue collar crowd, we're for the everyday man. Whereas Formula One is like, no, we're for the rich bitches. Like, you have to be in a certain tax bracket to be a part of our club. But now that they're doing this like widespread thing, it's like, are you almost kind of diminishing the thing that makes you so notable? Like, you're kind of making yourself not accessible. It's still incredibly not accessible, but it's more definitely more available, I would say. And so
Yeah.
many F1 fans like get their rocks off to being like gatekeepy and being like, well, you can't even afford it anyway. Why don't you go check out NASCAR or IndyCar? I mean that's maybe you lose some fans that way. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. I think my thing is like when the collaborations don't really make sense to me because it's like
Hmm.
for example, like the Alex and Ani bracelets that they did that are like kind of Hot Wheels F1-y themed. I'm like, who cares? You can make a bracelet out of anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, cool, race car
Oh, and
bracelet. Sure. That's great. That's very cute. Whatever. I like it. I don't really understand what the like linking factor is between Toy Story and Aston Martin. I don't really understand what the linking factor is between Mickey Mouse and F1. I don't really understand the linking factor between the Hello Kitty and the F1 one, but I was willing to forgive it because they made it so freaking cute that I was like, you know what? Fuck it. That's fine, I guess. But like, do you think that they're maybe stretching a little bit? Like, there's no obvious connection between these
well,
brands.
the connection is kids and families. They're trying to get more kids and families into the sport. Which, and we're gonna have the same issue we talk about over and over, beating a dead horse. It's like, okay, you make these promises, you're like, no, we're like a family friendly, kids are welcome. You're never going, like, the normal nuclear family is never going to be able to afford to go to a race.
Yeah,
Ever.
that's what I'm also confused by. I'm like, what do you want them to get excited about? They're never gonna be there.
It's like, you can be excited about seeing Charles on TV every weekend. That'll be super cool. Oh, but wait, you are going to have to pay like $600 a year to be able to watch it. So actually, you'll probably just have to see him on TikTok. And
Do you like that though? Still, maybe there's
it could be fun. You
Mickey
could get a
Mouse is
little
here.
Lego of him.
What do you think? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
It's interesting. I'm curious
interesting.
to see. Oh,
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, we'll
Curious to
be
see.
here.
Ding. Um, believe it or not, guys, that's not the only marketing rant we're gonna go on in this episode. We have more. Um, IndyCar. What's up, Kyle Kirkwood? You employed or what? Woo! Hell yeah!
Oh,
That's how
I didn't
yeah.
even. I'm so bad with contracts. I didn't even realize that we were like at the point where we needed to be on unemployment watch for Kyle Kirkwood. They're like,
I
he's
don't think we
extended. And I
were.
was like,
I literally don't think we were. I literally think he was fine until
oh,
through
it was
next year.
just,
They were just
hell
like,
yeah.
we
You
just
know
want to
what?
clear. Maybe it's because like there's so many people whose contracts are running out next year. They just didn't even feel like having to deal with the like silly season rumors. So they were like, he's fine. He's here. Don't even
They
worry
were
about
like,
it.
it was so much work to get willpower here and do the negotiations. We're not doing any more negotiations. We're just gonna reprint his old contract, change the dates, and have him sign for the next one.
Yeah, I think that like they just were like, we're done. No more silly season for us. I think we're well, because they're also gonna have the Marcus Erickson thing. So they were like, well, we can't have two open seats and everybody being on our ass about that. So let's just like close this one out. We're good. I could be
I
wrong.
think
I don't think his contract was running out.
no, I don't think so either. Does this seal the deal for Dennis Hauger going to Marcus Erickson's seat next year? Then
No. I think Dennis Hauger will do fine next season, but I'm not convinced that there won't be so much movement throughout IndyCar silly season next year that there's 100% guarantee that Dennis Hauger would still be the person to do that seat. Guaranteed. I think they would like him to. I think that's the plan right now. But, like, I mean, that's a lot of pressure that his rookie season will go off without a hitch.
Right,
Girl,
in a deal coin. I just remember something.
Oh, you want to share with the class?
Yeah, Enzo Fittipaldi, the younger brother of Pietro, who's friends of Podium Pop, who's friends of us,
Honestly,
is going
a
to
friend
be
of the pod. Me and Pietro, we've met like twice.
You shook hands.
Friend of the pod. Fuck it, friend of the pod. He's fine. He's friend of the pod.
I think he's a friend of the pod. He follows us. Friend of the pod.
Follows who?
He follows me.
Yeah, bitch, he does not follow me. I don't know who you're talking about.
Did. I don't know. Anyways,
me when I assume and it makes an ass out of all of us.
No, so true. He will be racing with HMD Motorsport and Indy next.
That's on the Laps
Down
account.
Oh, you just followed? Oh,
Pietro? On the Laps Down account. Come on the pod.
Come on the pod, Pietro.
You don't have to. It's okay. I get it.
I don't know. I thought that was really exciting. I'm super excited about the movement in Indy Next for next year. I'm really, really excited because I thought that they put on like a great racing product this year, and there's so much talent in there, which makes me sad, obviously, because of the same thing we talk about all the time: not enough seats in IndyCar, blah 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 blah. But I don't know, guys. Keep your eyes on this space. And
I actually think this year Indy Next is gonna be like, it's worth turning on the TV before qualifying. You know what I mean? I think it'll be like, if you're already home on a Saturday, you might as well pop on Indy Next. I know that we've been like hinting on the pod, like, oh, the Indy Next race was so interesting. We've talked about like Miles Rowe and Dennis Hauger and all these people that we think are interesting in Indy Next.
Mm-hmm.
That number of how many people we think is interesting in Indy Next is just kind of like going up and up and up. So I'm like, oh, that's like a lot of the field is very interesting talent. Worth a watch.
Absolutely. There's another piece of IndyCar news I had, but I don't know if it's true because it's from that same source that calls that one guy an expert.
Go ahead.
Apparently, that IndyCar is going to be broadcast in Brazil for like the next 3 years or something. Okay, cool.
I think that is
Which
true.
is exciting.
I think that's why we have the Kyle Collette push,
Kyle Collette. But then also, maybe we'll go back to Brazil. Thoughts?
I don't know about all that. I don't know.
Please,
about
Roger.
That. I think Mexico City is done though. Like, not happening. So maybe Brazil is like another good option.
Fuck it. Let's go back to Surfers Paradise.
I mean, you guys heard Scott Dixon. He wants it really bad. You know what I mean?
Wants it. That's his homeland, Australia. He was born in Australia. He was born in Australia and then moved to New Zealand. I found that out while watching Surfers Paradise.
Why was he in Australia at his birth?
Just hanging out.
Vacation?
He was checking out the track. He was doing a track walk.
he was like his parents touched down at Surfers Paradise and they were like, we're about, you know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be like a birth of Jesus or something. And it's just Scott Dixon.
It's the birth of Jesus in Surfers Paradise.
It's Scott Dixon as Surfers Paradise. You heard him.
Okay.
You heard me. I think that Mexico City is done because of the shady comments that like the Autodromo de Hermanos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. You guys are looking at a girl who dropped out of her first year of college Spanish, if I've ever seen one. I think that they said, like, maybe if IndyCar and NASCAR want to keep coming back here, maybe they should actually pretend like they want to connect with a Mexican audience and actually, like, put some effort in. And I was like, guys, you know IndyCar's not going to put effort in. Don't challenge them to do that. If that's what the criteria is, it's not going to happen. Dude, this is so upsetting. I'm kind of bummed now that we have like Daniel Suarez still in NASCAR, that we're not going back to Mexico City for NASCAR.
Oh, yeah.
But it sounds like Daniel. sounds like they didn't do enough to maybe actually be interested in a Mexican audience. So they were like, maybe you guys don't get to just host shit here because you want to have a little international flair to your motorsport. Maybe you guys should just actually pretend like you care about a Mexican audience.
Yeah,
They're
I
never
hate
gonna do that.
it's no, dude. They don't even care about their American audience, like let alone
They hate us. Do you guys know
uh,
how long I've been asking IndyCar to like pretend like they give a fuck about the entire east coast of the country that they're currently based in? It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. So I think that maybe Brazil could be a possible future for an international IndyCar race if the Mexico City race is kind of feeling like the fire was there and then it died. Is that what you? I mean, I'm still looking for Zandvoort. If you
Please,
guys
please, please,
need,
please, please.
if you guys need to send like an ambassador for IndyCar over to the Netherlands or something, me and Renus making Zandvoort happen. Let's go.
I think that'd be so sick. We can't
We're
let
like
that
a
banking go to
UN.
waste.
No, we're like a UN convoy. It's me and Renus, boots on the ground. We're here to take over Zandvoort.
That's crazy.
What? Yeah, I mean, we can't let it go to waste.
No, it's like, oh my god. Sometimes I just see banking and I'm like, fuck it, dude. Get an IndyCar on there.
Could you imagine IndyCar can't even get Renus VK merch to happen, but they can get him a home race in the Netherlands? They're like, we don't have a Renus hat. We can't give you a Renus hat, but we can give you a race in Zandvoort. That's the best we got.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. I bet we'll get some Renus merch now that he's with Juncos. We have Stingray Rob merch. Speaking of Stingray Rob, I just got his newsletter. He's doing well. He has chickens.
Newsletter? Wait,
He
I picture. Okay, wait. Do you know like Lauren, the musical artist?
Lord, the
Have you ever?
musical artist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like not like Lord, but like
like Lord and Savior.
yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
Right. No. So she has a newsletter that she comes out with like once every like 5 months, and it's like the most wacky shit she's been up to. Like, hey, what's up? Like, I've taken to eating sand. Like, I just think it's good for the body or whatever. And you're like, what? That's in my brain when you said newsletter. Like, that's what I'm picturing. It's like Stingray Rob comes back from like falling off the face of the earth every couple months and is like, what's up? I'm back.
No,
I
it
have
kind of.
chickens.
Yeah, it kind of was. I remember I signed up for it because I was on a live with Mac Attack on Track, and she was like, "What the fuck was up with the potato?" And I was like, "The what?" And so I did like a little Stingray Rob research, and I was like, "Oh, guys, I'll just sign up for his newsletter, and if there's ever potato again, we'll know."
I do think I have seen stuff about his chickens. And he be running.
Yeah, he has
It's that time
chickens.
of
He has his
year.
first home.
Wow,
Yeah.
he's really got it all.
No, and
Chickens
it's
and
like a
property
long.
ownership.
It's like I don't know if you guys can see this. This is once again not an audio only
Be honest.
podcast.
Do you think it's AI written? Be honest.
No, I don't. That's my favorite part about it. I really don't. Not okay, there's a couple M dashes, but like totally a normal amount of M dashes. I don't know.
Stingray Rob, step to the front.
I think he's
Congratulations. You're the
literate. The
employee
boy
of the
is
month.
literate.
Yo. Wow. Did he graduate high school? Be honest. That's sick if he did. Many of them don't, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to look it up. It's gonna disappoint me.
Do we want to talk about anything else IndyCar? Or do we want to have we prolonged it enough? I mean, it's 45 minutes. Some of it's going to be cut. It's really 30 minutes of non-NASCAR shit talking.
I don't know. Okay, we can talk about NASCAR.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about things not playoffs first, okay?
Okay.
First of all, we have two important announcements here on the Laps Down Pod. First of all, while you're listening to this, it is election day. If you live in a state or a city, I guarantee there's something on that ballot that's worth you turning out and voting for. Be a educated voter and get out there. I'm submitting my ballot tomorrow for the governor of Virginia, and you should vote too. Secondly, you should also vote and make your voice heard on the most popular driver in NASCAR, which is, I would make a joke and say that they're equally important and stuff, but right now it just feels like we shouldn't joke about politics. So they're not equally important. Do the governor voting first, popular drivers second, okay? But also be an educated voter about most popular driver, okay? Don't go out there and just fucking throw your vote at the fucking wall, okay? This is serious and it means a lot to us, guys. And I heard that, like, the most popular driver race is getting kind of topsy-turvy. I heard that Denny Hamlin is doing pretty well. I think it's really open. Do we have an idea of who's leading right now?
We don't know who's leading, but the top 5, this was 5 days ago. I'm sure it has swung in a specific direction. But the top 5 were Ryan Blaney. This is in alphabetical order. They made sure to specify. Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and then the guy who took out Stingray Robb at the Indy 500.
What? Why the fuck is he there?
Dude, me 24/7.
Who voted for him? Be honest. Speak up and get the fuck out there and vote for a different person right now.
Try again.
He's taken enough from us this year. Okay, he doesn't need this. Also, honestly, can I say it? Maybe I'm delusional. I'm genuinely surprised that SVG isn't up there based on when I was at Richmond, how many people were in SVG merch. I genuinely feel like maybe I've been brainwashed, but I thought he was like top 5, one of the most popular drivers at this point.
I also had a feel like the fact that Ross Chastain is up there is crazy to me. I had a feeling that SVG would be up there, but I also didn't know this vote was happening yet.
I did, actually. I had already voted. You're apparently allowed to vote every day. I've only voted twice because I just forget a lot.
Shoot. We're really not doing our part. Who are you voting for?
Honestly though, like, it like really doesn't matter because we have our own fan favorite that is like honestly more well-renowned and important than the official NASCAR sanctioned one. Like, the official NASCAR sanctioned one is like some bullshit of like, oh, you can sell t-shirts, oh, everybody wears your merch, who cares, you know what I mean? It's really about the movement of the people, and I think that we've really been making waves in the Ryan Preece camp specifically. I think that we might even be like, you know, making small waves in like the Todd Gilliland and the SVG land of it all. I think that there's like a lapsed down fan favorite, that like an underground movement that's happening. Grassroots. Wow, this shit is astroturfing. I'll say it. They're pouring money into this vote. They're running commercials in this vote. It is not the voice of the people. I think you should still get out there and vote, because if Kyle Larson wins it, I'm going to be pissed, guys. But I think it's like, it's not real.
No,
this
it's
shit
not
is where
important.
the real shit happens.
Do we know who our fan favorites were? Like over the season?
Do you want me to go do it right now?
I mean, we don't have to. We can always do that for next episode. I mean, we've got so many more episodes where we have nothing to talk about. We might as well.
I was kind of thinking that we would reveal it maybe in our Laps Down awards. Because we're also going to have the opportunity for you guys to vote for your fan favorite in the Laps Down awards.
Oh.
Not just for NASCAR, but for all of the motorsport series that we talk about. So there'll be a fan favorite F1 and IndyCar, which I think is important. And I was thinking we'd just reveal it then, who our individual
I think that's a good idea.
Were. I don't know. I will say, like, yeah, I guess it like kind of makes sense. Like, the people you named are all the people that like have their own fucking like merch trailer. So I guess I should have gathered that they're popular. I don't know. I guess I don't have a good finger on the pulse.
I think now, after what we saw, I think it has to be Denny. The fact that Denny was up there in the first place, I would be shocked if Denny didn't win. fan favorite, which people say is arguably more important than NASCAR champion.
I've heard that.
I mean, I've IndyCar expert Tony Donahue said that, so I've definitely heard it.
I think. Yeah, I think I've probably heard him say that.
I've heard it.
Maybe.
I've heard the buzz around town.
Get your B. Dude, that's so good, MJ. Dude, I'm so glad we have a podcast together. Okay, speaking of fan involvement, what's going on with this? Let's talk about this NASCAR creator. What was it called? NASCAR Creator League.
It was like the NASCAR Creator League. The whole thing was really weird because it was like announced randomly on like a weekday. We get this drop of a promotion with Ryan Blaney as our main actor, and obviously sold
of course,
down.
It's great.
And it was announcing this Creator League where these 8, and they're like popular Twitch streaming. I think most of them do like video game streaming.
Yeah.
Creators were going to join together to play NASCAR 25. Like that was the gist of it. And also Todd Gilliland was there. They were kidnapping people. All very interesting.
We kind of knew this was happening because there's a scene in the promo where Carson hand delivers something to his streamer who's live on stream. This is like, don't read this, but you're part of the NASCAR Creator League. But like that was in the promo, but it also actually happened in real life on stream. So people saw like a couple months ahead of time.
I didn't know that. This was months ahead of time?
Maybe like a month. But like there's a part in the promo where Carson's like handing him and then he's like, why'd you read that? Like it says don't read it on stream. And that happened. And then like that was actually a scene in the promo. But I guess I thought
that
like
just makes it
like it's like, okay, so they've been thinking about the promo for at least a month. I don't know.
That just makes it so much worse because clearly nobody gave a fuck if it never made it around like the NASCAR sphere. I never heard jack shit about this. And if there's one thing I've got my nose on the ground, on the grindstone.
Your antenna.
My ear to I have my antenna hooked up to satellite in the NASCAR sphere. Specifically because I'm so intrigued about this whole NASCAR 25 thing because it seems like it's all been such a shit show. So it baffles me that they have done any planning for this promo, but it seems like that's kind of where the planning stopped. But so this release in the middle of the week, I guess I didn't really look into it because I was like, oh, there's no way that it's going to happen like super soon because we have like the playoff race this weekend, and surely that's going to be the main priority. Like, why would they announce a league and do it in the same week?
I thought it was gonna be
like an off-season thing.
We announced it and then it's like happening in like 2 weeks or something, and that's not at all what happened.
No, it was like a quick turnaround. A couple days later, we have our first stream, and it goes exactly how you think it would. It's a NASCAR orchestrated event, sure. And it opens up with Mamba, Todd Gilliland, and then Carson Hocevar, who are like the commentators, I guess like driver experts, and then Mamba's the commentator. That's awesome. Opens up, there is no sound on the stream. No one can hear them talking. It happens, okay? I can give them a little bit of grace. I could see us doing something like that in the future. So that happens. Yeah, no, 100%. Be like, why are these people saying they can't hear us? Are we not speaking?
Sorry, you can't hear us. We're fucking hilarious. So you guys are missing out.
And then it gets so much worse from there. We have creators joining. They don't know how to play the game at all. They can't figure out how to get into like a lobby to race each other. At a certain point, Mom is just like, fuck it. Everyone else, like, just join a lobby. Like, we just got to get some gameplay out there. Like, someone just join a lobby. So we have one of the contestants, the streamers or whatever, is like doing full out at Daytona. Crazy. Okay. Not having a good time at all. We have another one who's going full out at Bristol. She is not having a good time at all. Carson's like, I'm the only one at Phoenix right now. I thought we were all supposed to be in this lobby at Phoenix. That's super cool. No one else joined him. Todd couldn't figure out how to accept an invite on his PlayStation 5. And then my favorite part is just like halfway through the stream, Carson dips. He's gone. And so his little screen goes black, and they just like put up a little like JPEG of Carson, and you can see them like making it bigger to like fit the screen. He does not come back. And then apparently, I didn't see this, but he also deleted his promo of it on Twitter. So if and we're supposed to have a second stream like December 5th. If that happens, I just have a feeling Carson won't be back. But to top it all off, just like Mamba and Todd Gilliland, they just like end the stream. And so we get all of these streamers, because they're all doing their own individual stream, being like, did they just call it? Like, are we done? Like, we didn't race or anything. Like, nothing happened. Like, I came here, like one of the men was like dressed in like a full race suit. He's like, I'm sweating in this race suit, thinking that we were gonna race today. And we didn't do anything. And apparently, allegedly, I actually didn't look into this. I'm just literally taking this at someone else's word. They're racing for money. Like, there's money on the line.
How? I don't know.
Sorry?
I mean, I don't really know how that's possible if they did not actually race each other. I don't really know how you would then determine who gets the money.
Who's
I
the
don't
best?
really get it.
It was such a shit show, which is so, I mean, that it being a NASCAR fan is so embarrassing, but it could have been such a layup, because what a fun idea, especially because they have a lot of really, really popular Twitch streamers. The NASCAR game sounds fun. It does sound like a hoot. You could have potentially gotten some people into it. Even if you don't get them into the sport, you could have just like casually gotten them into the racing game. And the fact that this was some like fumbled so hard, and that we have to do it again in a month, is, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
I initially thought that the idea sounded really cool. And I kind of was like, damn, NASCAR, damn, you really are like starting to get get marketing and getting social media, and like they've already been doing so well with like the promo video being a great example of like these skit type videos on short form content. And then this with like, and this was like another thing, a lot of people were upset that it was not NASCAR creators, and you and I have talked about this 100 fucking times. People, that's not how marketing works. Why would they market to the people that already watch NASCAR? I already watch it, whatever. But
it would have been cool though to see like a combination, especially because it's such a shit show. You have no one there who has ever played the game before. I think just to make it go smoother, more seamless, have maybe, because I think they're on teams. It was really hard to get a grasp of what the fuck was going on.
There's two people per team. One being an expert, one being just a big name streamer could have worked.
Absolutely. Plus, then you have the people
that have no idea what they're doing,
never played in their entire life. Plus, then you have people who are like genuinely excited about it, pushing this promo to their audience, like NASCAR content creators. Like, if I wouldn't have watched this I watched it after the fact because I heard it was a shit show. No intention of watching it live. But if they were like, oh yeah, Slide Job Sal's gonna be at it, I'm like, dude, get me in that fucking chat right now. Yeah, I'll be there.
I would have tuned in. I think it is kind of like, maybe it would have been helpful to have, and this is, so first of all, I thought the idea was a good idea. Interesting, it didn't work out. I was kind of like, damn, that's such a good idea. I hope IndyCar thinks to do something like that when they do their game. Maybe we're good. We don't actually need it. It's fine. Drop the idea. It's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Never do it, IndyCar, please. But I think you're right. It could have been better if there was some integration of NASCAR audience.
It just
but like
there
easier. There needs to be the non-NASCAR audience, obviously. I'm torn on the influencers though, because my secondhand hearing other people talk about this has been that like the influencers didn't really know how to play the game, didn't know even really what the game was, didn't really even know what they were like playing. They also didn't really know what the creator clash was like supposed to, like they just were like showing up basically. Some of them I guess took it more seriously than others. I'm torn because part of me is like, okay, the organizers and the event organizers apparently did not have their shit together. So they're probably ill-informed on what the heck's supposed to be going on. But I'm also like, I don't really understand. Like, if I was an influencer getting invited to do this, I think I would have maybe done a little bit of like look-see into the game and been what am I going to be playing in front of a live audience of however many people? But maybe that's
I
just
think
me. If this is like your job, I would maybe do it.
I think the thing is they're getting the check whether this is a shit show or not. So it's like
Yeah.
you're shelling out for these big Twitch streamers because you're like they have a big audience. You just have to do more due diligence than that. Like having someone who has like 2/3, half the audience of like Emiru. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only person who I recognize there. But someone who is willing to like put in the effort and like try to
Look into
help
the
make this
game.
game look good, then
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's more worth it than shelling out all this money for a big name and then broadcasting to their big platform. Hey, not only is like NASCAR a joke, but our game, like there's many errors that made this not possible. It
Yeah.
risk versus reward, it seems like the only reward is like I get to go, haha, NASCAR did something stupid again.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like also like when Twitch streamers are put in a situation where a game starts to malfunction or something like that, the first thing they're gonna do is just massively shit on it. They, like you said, they don't care. Their
Yeah.
check cash either way. And like I don't know, it is kind of like maybe you just can't do this sort of event as soon as a game has dropped. You have to work through the bugs for a couple months. It's a little
Mm-hmm.
different if you have like F1, the F1 game. They've been coming out with an F1 game every year for years and years and years and years. So like the
Right.
bugs that need fixed from game to game are less, but I'm right in saying that this is the first NASCAR game in a very long
In a minute.
time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like the bugs are more they're fucking bugs, bro. And I hate to say that in front of you while you're wearing your antennas like this, but like they're fucking bugs. They're
Mm-hmm.
glaringly obvious and they make the game hard to play. They're not just like ooh little glitches here and there. It's like, hey, we're not all at the same track racing each other right now. That's a problem.
Which is another reason that it would have been beneficial if this were more of a NASCAR content creator situation because they have a vested interest in being like, okay, well, my brand is actually pretty tied to NASCAR. So even if there are all of these bugs, like, I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
be nice.
maybe I'll look past it. Maybe I'll be like, oh, maybe that's something they're gonna fix in the future because not my reputation, but like what I make my content off of like relies on how people view NASCAR. There was no vested interest. There was a check. Ryan
Yeah.
Blaney was there, which I'm sure was really fun. He wasn't there. No, he wasn't there.
He was
He
in the
was in the
promo.
promo,
Mm-hmm.
which to me I'm like, why the fuck? And I love Todd Gilliland a lot, like to bits and pieces. But like, why was he here? He couldn't figure out how to use his PlayStation. It's like
Yeah,
it would literally be the equivalent of having like you or I on there to be like, all right, show him how to do it, and it'd be like, me? Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
How do I?
I
And
think
what button is it?
I think it's so funny too because like isn't there like a bunch of NASCAR drivers that literally often play this game? Like literally I see like Dale Jr.
All the
playing
time.
this shit almost like nightly on his fucking social media.
Chase
I
Briscoe.
William Byron's on the cover. Maybe we could ask him. I don't know.
Why the
Like I
fuck was
just
it? Like, okay, that's another thing. It's like William Byron is on the cover. He has nothing to do with this. And then you go, oh, well, it's because it's happening the week before the championship race. And then I ask you, why the fuck is this happening the
Why?
week before the championship race?
I didn't tell you to do that. It's
Like,
just
clearly,
this
no one
is
is watching this stream and going, whoa, they're racing at Phoenix this weekend. Let me take a sneaky peek at that. Like, if anything, they're like, NASCAR is a fucking joke. These F1 streamers do, like, such a better job. It, like,
yeah.
is such a fumble in so many different avenues. It's like almost, at a certain point, it is impressive.
Also, I feel like this is just a side tangent. A lot of Twitch streamers, they are not like able to improvise either. And I saw some clips and I was like, ooh, this is painfully awkward. Whereas like you and I feel like we would have found a way to like, okay, let's keep it entertaining. Like, let's see how
Mm-hmm.
fast we can run the car into a wall. That's fun. Do you guys have fun with that?
Right.
Right? Like, and we would have
That's
like,
also
let's improvise.
another issue with, like, 1 minute. Sorry, casually dying. Um, it's also like another issue with the like commentary team that they chose. I guess Mamba was technically the commentary. and the other 2 drivers were just there for like aesthetic purposes. But like, if you had given like Carson Hocevar like somebody to riff off of, it could have been more
Somebody he
interesting.
likes or that is like
Like, not that
funny.
he doesn't like Todd. Me just starting drama, be like,
I
I
wasn't
understand
talking
why that
about
Carson
Todd.
Hocevar.
I wasn't
What?
talking about Todd. Mamba.
Oh
He's kind
no,
of like
yeah, no,
he's like a real adult. You know what I mean? It's like, why is there a real adult here?
yeah. Why is
This
there
is
somebody? Let the
this is
kids
a
play video
Twitch stream.
games. You know what would have
If
been
you have a
funny?
401k, you can't be on here.
So true. It would have been funny if they like really leaned into it instead of Mamba. They're like, "This is Larry Mack." Like,
I
if you're
just
gonna
feel
be out
like
of touch, be out of touch.
be out of touch. Yeah, I think yeah. I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
interesting concept, poorly executed, as could be said about so many things in NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I still think it's like they had an interesting idea, and I think that IndyCar, you know what, I'm coming back around. IndyCar, you can do it as long as you have people that were born after the year 2000 that are plugged into Twitch culture and can work through the technical difficulties. Maybe it could work for IndyCar, the IndyCar game. You
I
could take
think
their idea and perfect it.
I think what IndyCar should do is they should get some NASCAR creators to show the IndyCar game to the NASCAR audience. That's my, you know what, IndyCar, Roger, just you have my number. Just call me,
Please, Roger. Please.
please.
I know you weren't busy this weekend. So none of your four were in the fucking championship. So what the fuck are you up to? Got him. Pew 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 pew.
Oh, God.
Um. Okay. Anything else we want to shit on about the IndyCar or the NASCAR
The
game
IndyCar.
thing, or do we want to move on to shitting on just the playoff format as a whole?
Yeah, I guess we can move on to that. I literally woke up this morning and I was so sad. All like the entire morning I was sad. I listened to Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride thinking that would get me out of my sadness. I was still sad. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever tried to be sad while listening to the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack? It's really hard.
I
But
haven't. I can imagine. It's kind of hard.
that's the funk NASCAR put me in this Monday morning.
That's a heavy funk. I
Heavy
will try
funk.
the Lilo and Stitch thing. That's interesting.
Hmm.
I like
It's nice.
my new favorite saying is that depression can't hit a moving target. And it's just people like dancing and shit. I'm like, no, that's it can't. It can't. I know it can't. I think that like the Lilo and Stitch thing could like kind of incorporate into that. Like you could kind of dual purpose. Like you
Yeah.
could dance to the Lilo and Stitch, so depression can't hit a moving
It can't hit
target.
you.
Also, if you're listening to Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride, that's a pretty happy song too. So double whammy.
Something to think about.
What depression makes you think? Um, I I think it's interesting that today I felt like more people outside of the NASCAR bubble were trying to figure out what everybody was so sad about, which was kind of funny. I saw somebody
Mm-hmm.
tweet this like, I don't watch NASCAR. Is this like their Abu Dhabi 2021 or something? Like, what the fuck happened here? And I was like, I mean, it is kind of like up there. I feel
Yes
like
and
with
no.
time, it will prove to be one of the more like historic championships in motorsports, potentially for the
Yeah.
worst reason possible, but it will still, I think, be in the history books.
It's a turning point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I don't know. People were kind of just like the playoff system is absolutely changing and stuff like that. So I think it is confirmed at this point, even if it's not
I
announced. People
it
seem like
it
confident in the way they're talking
it
about
is
that.
going to change. I'm nervous about how much it's going to change. That's
Like,
what
not
I'm nervous
enough.
about. Like not enough. Like they're going to be like, "Look, we changed it. We changed it and you're still unhappy, so clearly the playoff system wasn't the issue." That's what I would do if I was gaslighting a group of people.
That's what I would do if I was like kind of in a toxic relationship with my fan base. That's what I would do.
So we were never the issue. You're the issue. You're always so negative about everything.
You know, I think that I have at times thought that. about the NASCAR fan base. I haven't been understanding of the qualms of the playoff system, and that's not really what I was mad about. I think when you combined people that would complain about playoffs and stage racing and the car's not enough horsepower and the cars don't sound cool anymore and there's no like stars in NASCAR anymore and all those things together, I was like, everybody complains about everything in NASCAR. Like, you guys gotta like find something you love in the sport, or maybe you just don't love the sport anymore. That's the point I was getting to. I will say the playoff one did reach kind of a breaking point with me on Saturday night. I was kind of like, more so than Sunday, because like Sunday, I think we had already talked about like all of the different people in the Final Four. You could make an argument for all of them being champions in whatever fucking format we decided to fuck off with. But like the truck in the Xfinity race, I was like, okay, let's be serious now. Let's be serious. And I'm really okay. They got lucky with the truck race. If you didn't watch the truck race, Corey Heim did win the truck race, which was good because he won a lot of the truck races this year. So it would have been like kind of shit would have started burning probably on Friday night had he not won. But like they got away with it. Saturday is when it started to get a little dicey, I think, for NASCAR. We went into it with Connor Zilisch, who had 10 wins. I think Jesse Love had 1.
He had 1.
It being Daytona, the first race of the
Allgaier, yeah, he put himself in the mix. Allgaier had 4, and then Carson Kvapil was there.
With 0? Question mark?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. So, let's review again. 10, 4, 1, 0. That's how many wins these people had. Right. So, obviously, the person with 10 wins, you would think, would probably need to be your champion, or else the playoff format would have a lot of explaining to do. Now, as a Connor Zilisch fan, as a Connor Zilisch fan, obviously I wanted Connor to win. I'm not going to say that Jesse Love didn't have an amazing race at Phoenix, and I'm not going to say that he's had a terrible season, because he hasn't. It's just like it probably should have been Connor under any like sensible motorsports championship format. What do you think about the Xfinity situation?
It sucks so bad because like Jesse Love won the race. That's what you have to do to win, to become champion. Outside of that, it's like, Connor Zilisch really just put on one of the best performances this season that Xfinity has seen in a hot minute. Everyone's saying it. That's what the streets are saying. And the fact that his reward was like, sorry, you got a shit car at Phoenix. I don't know. Like, you did well this entire season. He's grown exponentially over the season. I think that's something also to acknowledge because he didn't start off too hot. But it's like, it's so frustrating because I don't want to take it away from Jesse Love because like he did win within the format. But it's like Connor's going home with nothing simply because of the system that they exist in. I don't know. It all feels really. Carson Kvapil is there. It all just felt really, really weird.
I think that like what also like just sucks about it is then like the person who does win, for example Jesse, has to like spend the entire fucking time after the race justifying their own fucking championship, which is like just the craziest thing to see in sports, is to see like the big post-race moment. I saw people in your comments being like, Jesse should have known not to celebrate that hard in front of Connor because Connor should have won the championship. So if Jesse was a real friend to Connor, he wouldn't have celebrated his championship as hard. I was like, what other sport would you say this in? What other sport? I can't think of one where it's like you have to be ashamed of winning.
There is no other sport as stupid as NASCAR right now. Truly.
Truly, it's in a league of its own. It's really astounding. It's just like, it felt like a fucking funeral after that Xfinity race. They are showing like Connor just like bawling his
crying.
eyes out. And then like the second question Jesse gets out of the car is like, what would you say to your best friend Connor, who you just beat for his rightful fucking championship, basically? And I was like,
Leave him
okay,
alone.
leave him
Get behind
alone.
me,
Now,
Jesse. I'm so
bro,
sorry.
literally,
Fuck this.
this podcast is a safe space for both Connor and Jesse. Okay. And like, maybe if it was Carson Quapple, we could have fucking really let him have it, because I don't know shit about
No.
Carson Quapple.
I don't know.
Just kidding.
I would have felt bad for him. With
Yeah.
any of them winning, I would have felt bad for them. But even Jeff Gluck tweeted, he's like, this is the most.
That's
He's
good.
like, this
Any
is.
of the 4 wins, you would have felt like shit. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really a healthy sport. That's really good.
It would have been bad. Even Jeff Gluck, who was like boots on the ground, was like, I have never experienced a championship win like this. He's like, it's silent here. It is so quiet. And I think that's really awesome. And I think all of the things that NASCAR is doing, it is going to pay off in the future. I can't wait for
Right.
Formula One to inevitably like follow down this line, and Charles Leclerc could win in the championship race at Phoenix in a few years, and all of us just be like, that really should have gone to Fernando Alonso, and it'd just be really weird vibes. I can't wait.
You know what? I think that what's happening here is that NASCAR saw F1 putting together a championship fight that makes everybody feel like shit somehow. And they're like, we could do that. We could do that.
Dude, I miss
We
Alex
considered we could do
Palou
that.
dominating IndyCar so bad. I miss Alex Palou having it sealed up for. No, I miss it so bad. I'm so sorry I wasn't more grateful. I was like, oh, it would have been cool to have a championship race. Not like this.
I
Not
mean,
like
for
this.
our Indy, we have some people that listen to us that are just IndyCar fans. And somebody on Twitter was tweeting with James Hinchcliffe, and they said, like, it would be like if Joseph Newgarden won the championship because he won in Nashville. And we just were like, that's fine, I guess.
Sounds good.
Send it. I will say some like pros that we had to the Xfinity race. The Sam Mayer thing suspended. I guess it's not really a pro. I just thought that was interesting. I was like, okay.
It was.
We wrapped
So
that
Sam-
storyline up in a little bow.
Sam Mayer got suspended for his thing with Jeb Bush. It's not Jeb Bush. I just think it's funny. And then they kept his name on the car, but I think it was Ryan Sieg. So Ryan Sieg gets crashed out, loses his record of like finishing every Xfinity race or whatever. And it just says Sam Mayer on the car. And I thought that was really, I'm like, what the hoot nanny happening here?
The spirit of Sam Mayer was still in the car, I think.
Clearly. He just got taken out for some reason. I was like, nope, it was Jeb.
And then we had the entire last stage commercial free as a goodbye gift from Xfinity, because it was the last ever Xfinity race. So next year we're going to be talking about the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. So I thought it was really cute that they did that. It was great racing. There wasn't like a bunch of cautions or anything, really. I didn't feel like in the last stage. So I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go commercial free. And at the beginning of the race, they had all of the Xfinity champions give the command, and it was so freaking cute. They had like little matching outfits, and then Austin Cindric was so much taller than the rest of them, so he had to
because they keep putting him by Tyler Reddick. He was like by Tyler Reddick and Ty Gibbs. I'm like, guys, stop.
I think it's really cute when they do stuff like that, because I'm like, oh, remember when you guys all were in Xfinity series? I was.
You guys remember what it was like to win?
That was cute. Yeah, it's like the most random collection of drivers that I'm like. So you're saying Xfinity series is really different than Cup, huh?
So you guys were like good at one time?
So you guys all won the championship?
Like in playoffs?
But... all right, I get it. You guys are all good at Phoenix, huh? Was Daniel Suarez there?
I do not recall.
He's an Xfinity champion, right?
But then
Was he
he
in
was
the
probably
little
there.
matching outfit?
I bet he was. I bet he was all the way to the left, maybe.
You're lying.
I don't know. I genuinely don't. Daniel Suarez had a cool paint scheme. I don't know if we're going to talk about that, but
Talk about it right
for his
now.
last race. He had this cool paint scheme for his last race. That's really all I have to say. Oh
Did
my
you
god,
see
I'm going to
that,
miss Justin Haley so bad.
Did you
What?
see that his sponsor, the insurance company, is going to be sponsoring like a segment
The
during the
choose
broadcast
cone.
next year?
They're
I know.
I
I
thought
remember
aren't they
being like,
sponsoring the choose cone?
yeah,
The
because
choose
it's like
V?
you need to choose the right insurance or something. And I was like, this is so lapsed down coded. Like, what the fuck?
Boring. It should be McDonald's because like when you're going through the McDonald's drive-through and you have to choose what lane you want to be in. Sometimes
No,
one's
that's so
more
true.
beneficial than the other.
Bingo, MJ. And are we ever going to get our Choose V tattoos, or did we decide it could be too
You
weird?
said you didn't want to get choose V tattoos in case there is a way that it looks like something else that we don't know.
I just
Like
think
you
like
don't
you
want us
get
to
in
accidentally
dicey
put
territory
icon
with
right.
symbology. Yeah,
I
like it
know.
could
And
mean
I get
something
that.
we
And
don't.
you sold me on that. So I was like, fuck, we can't get choose V tattoos. But I would love to get a choose V tattoo with you in Vegas next year.
Maybe we can get one like on our ankle or something. Like, can you put like Nazis don't put their symbology on their ankle.
No,
So
that's
I
so
think it
true.
could like erase any connotation that might exist. Somebody would have figured out if there was some weird iconology relation to like white supremacy with the choose V, right? Somebody would have sorted that out
I
and it's
would
okay if we
hope
get it
so.
tattooed. I would hope so too. By the way, he was there. And so is Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher.
He was there.
Chris
He was right next to Austin
Buescher.
Cindric.
I don't know. Okay, so I don't know who's happening on this end of the picture because I don't really know who that is. I think that's Ty Gibbs.
That's Ty Gibbs.
Who's this? How will I know?
Austin Hill.
No, he would be in his car starting his engine.
Oh, he's not still suspended?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know, actually. I don't work here. That was cute. I liked that. 10 out of 10. We're going to miss you, Xfinity. You gave us some good memes.
I hope
I did
you
use
and yours are as
Xfinity
fast as Xfinity Internet.
And with that, we hope you guys are all as fast as Xfinity Internet. A toast. A toast to
Amen.
Xfinity. Okay. Fuck, we have to talk about this race, don't we? Okay.
No, we don't. What if we
Can
just
you give
started
me a
having
fun fact? Give me a
Yeah,
fun
no.
fact.
I'll get you a fun fact.
Give
You
me a
one
fun
guy starts
fact. I need a fun fact to kind of take the edge off. You should
Okay,
post
here's
a video of it's you with like your phone in between your fingers and it's like
fun
something to take
fact.
the edge off.
Okay, here's a fun fact. Australia is wider than the moon. The moon is 3,400 kilometers in diameter, while Australia's diameter from east to west is almost 4,000 kilometers.
Wow. I don't know what I thought your fun fact was going to be. It wasn't that. And now I'm uncomfortable with the size of the moon being so much smaller than I thought it was.
Moonbeam.
Ice cream. MJ likes that song, just so you guys know. Do with
I
that info
like
as you will.
Benson Boone. I do. Unironically. I like his mustache and his jumpsuits. I think it's funny that he does flips a lot. Worried about his back.
Okay, well, on that note, why was Sydney Sweeney at this race? Like, I know why she was there, but like, why was she there?
Something to think about. Oh, I'm not wearing my glasses. Sydney Sweeney, Hey Dudes ambassador. You know who has Hey Dudes?
Kyle Larson.
I don't know. It just makes you think. I don't know why she was there. Apparently she's promoting her movie where she's that wrestler, like the
Wrestler.
biopic. biopic.
I feel like I don't know who Sydney Sweeney's PR messaging strategist is, but I'm
It's
like
a man.
in this day and age and with the climate that currently surrounds you, do you think that like doing everything that's like kind of stereotypical redneck is like gonna help the allegations?
She's not trying to help the allegations. She's just trying to bankroll the
The
weird
movie.
conservative pipeline she's down.
Right.
She's like, she did
Can
the
I be
American
honest?
Eagle thing. She did the weird genie soap thing where she's a genie and like hand
Sells her
delivering soap
bathwater.
to men. She did the Hey Dudes thing. Now she didn't even give. Did she? She didn't give the command. What she just kind of gave Denny Hamlin the ick. That's all she gave.
Yeah, no, she literally just like walked on stage. Like she gave like very just like wandering around like a child lost in the supermarket. I was like, well, give her a job, give her a task. The fuck is she doing here? Like, I mean, why she's wandering in a you know who fucking I'm gonna say it. Buddy Pulley really nailed down exactly what was so upsetting to me about her appearance. It's the fuck ass Bob. Okay?
Hmm.
I don't understand. The Bob is unsettling to me. I don't like it. It's not
I like the
the right
Bob.
length. It's not the right length.
I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the, but I'm a big
It's
fan
like
of
a
a fuck
lob.
ass Bob. If you've ever seen any photo of me before I turned 20, I'm a big fan of the fuck ass Bob. I felt represented only in that way though, not as a woman. She doesn't represent me as a woman.
It's just too long. I think you need to go shorter, put more bang
No.
in it. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do a Bob, do a Bob.
Bangs? Bangs is never the
Bangs.
solution.
I think she needs bangs if she wants me to respect her.
She needs bangs. I don't, it was just a weird, it was just weird. And then even weirder, so we get her doing whatever she was doing, like the opening ceremony, and then we get Darren Chris singing the national anthem.
It's like, where did you guys get
Whoa.
Darren Chris from?
Darren Chris, why
Where do
did
you
you
guys
say
get?
yes to this?
Were you in the area or something, or did you fly out for this gig? Like, what's happening?
Huh. I don't, that was really weird. I loved it.
I loved it. It was a beautiful national anthem. He went slow with it.
It was a little slow. No one likes a slow national anthem. Just a little critique out there for all the people who sing the national anthem. But it was good.
Speed it up. Keep it going. You know what? I have watched all of the countdown to greens basically this year because I'm one of those people. I tune into the NASCAR race an hour early, even though I know it's not even going to start when it says it's going to start. I'd be watching that countdown to green. Sometimes I watch whatever's on before the countdown to green because the countdown to green's only 30 minutes that day for some reason, and I've already turned on my TV, so it's like I'm here, I guess, for whatever the fuck this is. Some random ass West Coast football game, sure, I guess. I've listened to a lot of the national anthems. It wasn't the best of them, though. I appreciate the star power of Darren Criss. I would have preferred him sing cough syrup, like the Glee version, if we have him there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't really need the national anthem from him. There's been some other national anthems that have been rough. There's been some rough national anthems this year in NASCAR. There's been some that have ate. But you know the best ones are the ones where it's like kids. Like a little choir of kids.
Dude,
I think
it is
Iowa,
crazy that you're saying that.
because it's like when they don't hit the notes, it's like that's
It's
fine, right?
cute.
Because they're
It's
kids,
okay.
and it's not awkward, and it makes everybody feel like they can sing along. I feel like I notice more people singing along when the kids are singing it because
Yeah,
it's
it's
like, oh,
support is what it
yeah,
is.
it's like we're all part of the performance. Okay, word. Like somebody's got to carry those low notes because it sure ain't gonna be this fifth grader.
Hmm.
It's I like it when it's not so serious. You know what I mean? What are you looking for in a NASCAR national anthem?
Why so serious? I like it when it's just like all brass section. They're like, here's like 8 trumpets. They're gonna do the national anthem, and we're gonna get on with it.
No singer.
No.
That's fair. Okay, word. Well, you guys heard our criteria, I guess. Keep it in mind next year. Um, Okay, so the race starts, and you and I had kind of talked about Bob Pockrass, who had decided that Chase Briscoe was absolutely not winning this race. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I mean, like, can you ever really say that? And then at the first stage, I was kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we're going to just be in 30th place all day, aren't we? Okay, maybe I should listen to Bob Pockrass more. That boy was struggling. What was even his problem? Like, genuinely. Like, I feel like all his tires were just like, Trash.com the remix.
They were doing and Denny came out and said it after the race, and if Denny says it, I believe in it. He was talking about how there's a lot of critiques for like the tires this weekend, but they were all kind of doing the gamble with the tire pressure, and I think
Hmm.
Chase Briscoe's team was just losing that gamble, and so he was having a lot of fuck ass
Often.
issues with the often daily.
Right. In practice, whatevs, whenever he was gonna do that tire gamble badly. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like at the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, so Chase Briscoe's kind of checking out. We had William Byron and Denny kind of leading for much of stage one. But there was kind of this like whole thing of them being like, well, the fastest car on track is kind of Ryan Blaney. They're like, you don't have to
Dude.
worry about that right now, by the way. But like, just so you guys know, he's
Just so
like
you know.
cranking out fastest laps like nobody's business. They're like, keep an eye on this championship fight and the front, but just know Ryan Blaney's there. And I kind of
Mm-hmm.
did be like, Penske really is gonna just keep doing good at Phoenix, huh? You guys aren't even gonna lay off it. Like nobody cares what you guys are up to today. Like you guys are just gonna keep doing this. There was a point where I was like, why is Joey Logano up here? What's going on there? They're not gonna lay off it. They really came to win. What do you think that you would do that if you like? I feel like they kind of like proving a point, right? Like they're kind of being like,
Oh,
even though I'm not
100%.
in this stupid top four, like just know I'm gonna whip your ass anyways.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are so lucky that I crashed out 2 races ago, or else I'd be kicking your ass right now, and I don't want you to forget it.
Whooping it, just so you guys know. Yeah, what, dude? Those Penske's. I'm so glad we kept them out of the championship four. Like,
Thank
I love Ryan.
God.
I love Ryan Blaney, but like, how boring would this race have been if him or Joey Logano was in the top four?
Right.
Because it would have just been between them. Really disgusting. Sorry, Ryan. Maybe next year. Um, Of course, Denny has a clutch issue. Did we or did we not say that on this podcast? Like specifically, we're like he's gonna have a clutch issue.
Yeah.
Because why not, right? Because he's had one seemingly for the last like 10 weekends. So, like, why not just keep that going into the championship? Can somebody explain to me how this is some sort of unfixable problem? Like, how somehow we have not figured out a way for him not to have clutch issues across all these weekends and playoffs where he's had clutch issues. We couldn't have figured out a way to fix it. Like, it sounds like they were trying to fix it. Uh, is it first time, guys? First time putting a car together or something? Like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean? I need somebody to explain it to me like I'm fucking 5 because I'm stupid,
Yeah.
I guess, and I don't understand how we can't fix this.
Kenton, put it in the
Kenton,
comments.
please. Because I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, hello. This is the finals. Like, apparently they let a bunch of the air out of the. I don't even fucking know. They were like, they let the air out. I was like, okay, and it didn't work or something. What are you
Put it
letting the
back
air out
in.
of? Put it back in, or do you not want it there? Have you tried like vacuum sealing it with a little baggie or something if there's not supposed to be air in it? What's going on? What's going on with the clutch? But how embarrassing, bro. Like, genuinely, it is kind of like, okay, JGR, congratulations on getting 2 cars to the finals. One of them, their tire is exploding every 30 laps, and the other one, stage 1, they're like having a clutch issue. And their literal solution was don't use it anymore, Denny. Hey, can you not use your clutch anymore for the rest of the race? Is that okay? The fuck? The fuck? Give me a fun fact. I need another one. No, I'm getting mad.
No, girl, I got you. Here's a fun fact. The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast in their wine for good health, hence why we raise a toast.
That is a pretty fun fact.
It's a good fun fact. You can use these at parties. Everyone feel free. And they're all true. I'm learning them on cosmopolitan.com.
Oh God. Okay. So anyways, our first caution is John Hurdy-Check, LOL. And so then we start, I mean, like, why not, right? You know what I mean?
LOL. Poor guy.
And so we have like our restart after this caution, and this is like the first restart since we've known that Denny has this clutch issue. They're kind of hyping up that he's like gonna have problems on restarts, and so I'm like preparing myself for the worst. And then Denny is just like extraordinarily good on restarts for like almost all of the caution restarts that we have. Like, I'm talking like literally piecing out, like nobody, like he's putting like a second between him and William Byron or whoever's behind him on these restarts, and they literally went, oh, okay, I guess he's fine then. I don't know. It's like, what? I like literally, the commentators were telling me that this was gonna be some big problem, so I'm like preparing myself for the worst, and they're like, oh no, I guess he's fine. No, he's actually
good.
really good at this. Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, that's good. I guess he'll definitely win the championship then. We were worried for a second, so we can just continue as normal, I guess. And that's just what we did. We had another caution when Shane Van Gisbergen had a problem. And in that very moment, we had a Chase Briscoe tire explosion. And so Chase Briscoe got like a free pass, a lucky dog, so to speak.
Whoop.
Like our favorite podcast of other
Shout
Australian, New Zealand supercars folks. Get it? Because it says, okay, whatever. I'll work on it. But it's interesting because Chase was like at this point starting to improve. His tire exploded. He kind of got a lucky pass because he didn't have to pit under green because of Shane. And then he kind of just makes his way up to the front again, and then has his tire explode again, and then just makes his way up to the front again. I feel like I never got an explanation as to how he was doing the making his way up to the front again part. Right?
They really weren't focusing on that. It was always just like randomly I'd see a tweet from Jeff Gluck being like, somehow he's made it from 33rd to the top 10.
Like, sure. Why not?
Who did they compare him to? Did they compare him to Charles Leclerc?
Roach that can't die after a nuclear explosion? Resilient as fuck? I don't know. I don't remember. The motorsports.
Oh, you know who they compared him to? Esteban Ocon. And you know what? I get it. Maybe they were right.
I mean, I will admit there are times where I'm like, how did Esteban get up there? What are you doing up here?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they were right.
I just felt like it was like so weird because, to be honest, they really were like highlighting everything that was going wrong for both Chase and Kyle Larson, that it made it confusing whenever they were up there kind of doing okay. Because I was like, well, you never told me how they fixed the issue that you just told us they were having. So it was like Chase Briscoe, they're like, he's having these horrible vibrations in his car. Like, he's literally describing them as violent vibrations in his car. You hear Kyle Larson, who's like, dude, my right rear is like literally melted, cooked, done every time. Like, I cannot use those tires because like I just keep burning through them. Because they were only telling us that part of their story, it made it confusing when they were like in the top 5. I was like, how did you guys get back up there? I thought you were suffering.
It seemed like they decided really early it was going to be between Denny and William. And so if I wasn't getting like notifications from Bob Pockrass and Jeff Gluck, I'd have you wouldn't know what was happening with the other 2 championship drivers, which I think is a little bit of a fault on the broadcast, considering
it's a gamble, because then it's like if one of them wins, I as the audience,
I didn't know where they were.
You didn't fucking tell me that was even an option. What do you mean? Right. I didn't know they could win. You told me that they sucked all day. I don't know. It was interesting. AJ Allmendinger crashes, third big crash in 3 weeks. He
I
seems
feel
like
bad. I'm
kind
starting to
of
feel bad for
done.
him.
He kind of made it seem like he was like, I cannot keep doing this.
He needs a break. I think that's one of the worst part about the NASCAR schedule is like you never really get a break to recover from like one of those big crashes unless you take a waiver or whatever. Which they don't even whatever. It does start to add up and I'm sure take a toll. So hopefully after this break he'll feel
Yeah.
better. I don't know. That sucked to see.
Sorry, Dinger. We also had both. What? This is real government
I
name.
hate that. I hate that. Akinzie Joy. Call him by his name.
Akinzie Joy. We also had both Dylan brothers just like fighting their own tire demons, but like at the same time. Like they were
Right.
like they were like, okay, there's like Austin Dillon, his tire went down, and then they're like, what's that? Oh, is that a Ty Dillon? His tire went down too. Oh, that's cute. Look at them. Twins. Which tag yourself, which tire going down of the Dillon brothers are you? I'm Austin Dillon's tire going down.
Yeah, I'm obviously Ty Dillon's tire going down.
Aw, so cute. And then under commercial, I have what I
Dude.
think is the deciding moment of the race. Like I'm like, this is it. Like this is done. Like it is the race has been like narrowed down to a field of 2 from 4 to 2. During commercial, we have both Chase Briscoe and Kyle Larson. Their tire goes down. Right? That's what
I
happened.
don't think that it wasn't under commercial for me though.
No, it was under commercial for me.
I'm sorry, girl.
Girl, what am I watching on?
I definitely saw both of these things happen with my
I
eyeballs.
saw it when I came back. I saw it when I came back from commercial.
Oh, I saw it happen IRL. Girl, we gotta get you off of FUBU.
Okay, well, I canceled my FUBU subscription until IndyCar comes back. So me and FUBU are breaking up for now because apparently FUBU's been fucking. Although, why are you talking? You have YouTube TV, girl. You can't watch shit on there.
Yeah, I can watch the one thing I watch on there, which is the Atlanta race that I recorded months ago. And that's it.
Yeah, big talk from some girl that doesn't even have fucking rights to fucking any of the sports channels, huh? Huh?
To ESPN or whatever. But I didn't even know that was an issue because I have like ESPN Plus, so I never watched it on. Anyways.
Okay. Well, fucking FUBU doesn't want you anyways. Anyways, FUBU did me dirty.
FUBU.
It's such a stupid fucking name, by the way. Like it's like, do you know how stupid I feel when somebody goes,
What?
"Oh, how can I watch IndyCar?" And I go, "Oh, well, I watch IndyCar on FUBU." They immediately are like, "Right, so what the fuck is that?"
FUBU. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Anywho, it happened under commercial for me, so that was scary. It's lap 217. They both have to pit under green. I kind of thought like that's it, right? Like they were both a lap down, but then somebody else got a flat. I can't remember who it was. Carson gets a flat the very next lap. So then I think Chase Briscoe gets the national debt relief lap or whatever the fuck we're calling it these days. So I'm like, okay. So he's back on the lead lap, I guess, but like Kyle, I think, was still a lap down. So I was like, we're done, right? You two are done.
That's what they told us.
Firmly.
That's what they told
You
us.
You can't win the championship now. I'm sorry. You had to pit under green with flat tires. You're done. That's it. You don't get to win. Right? That's how NASCAR should work, right? Right. I think that's like one thing in my whole year of watching NASCAR is I still don't understand. I get it, but I don't understand how people can go from being a lap down to winning the race. I'm like, no, I get it, but like I don't. You know what I mean? It's like,
Do you think
oh, you have
people
a
were just
fast
moving
car?
out of the way because they didn't want to affect the championship?
I don't know. I'm like, how did you pass that many fucking cars? It doesn't make sense. It's not even like they were on like alternative strategies. They started like during like the last stage and stuff. They were pitting at the same time as everybody else. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't want to understand.
Guys, NASCAR is fucking fake, and people are teleporting, and we're letting them get away with it.
Oh God.
God, it's all falling apart. Okay, and then Chase Briscoe ends up somehow in the top 10 again with 50 to go. And I find out this after Austin Cindric brings out a caution and they go, Chase Briscoe's in the top 10. And I go, how? Now, look me fucking straight in the eyes, Lee Diffie, and tell me how the fuck that happened. Okay? Because I was trusting you and you never once brought that up until right now. How? I don't even know where Kyle Larson was. I wasn't even fucking watching him. So then we have whatever. Other shit happens. Who cares? Let's just get to the part everybody cares about. We have the restart towards the end where we have all 4 of the championship contenders in like the top 5 spots. This is where I was like, I think Joey Logano was in like 4th or something. So
He
I was
was
like,
in there. He was in the mix.
I was like, sure, Joey Logano's fucking here, I guess. And then we have probably one of the coolest restarts. I think people were kind of on like hopium at this point because they're like, maybe the playoffs are kind of cool if we can have all 4 championship contenders restart together. Did you believe in that hopium at all?
I did for a second. No, I was snorting that hopium. I was like, this is kind of cool. And then if the person I want to win comes out of this and wins it, I think that'd be even cooler.
Yeah, because the person that we wanted to win started running away with it. Okay, Denny was like putting in seconds on everybody.
He had like a 3-second lead. A 3-second lead.
They had that fun little restart. We were like, that was fun. I loved when that happened, but let's get serious now. Denny's got a 3-second lead. He just needs to bring it home. Everybody needs to be best behavior, right? Best behavior. And I think we had 5 laps to go. And William Byron, his tire explodes.
No. The only driver of the playoff drivers who hadn't had a tire issue at all, his tire goes kaput.
5 to go. So, you betcha. That means we gotta bring out a caution. So, everybody comes down pit lane. And they're like, yeah, I fear this championship's about to come down to just a pit crew and a crew chief's call. Like, that's really what this is coming down to now. Like, we saw Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe put on only 2 tires, thus making their pit stop much faster, and they gained a lot of positions on pit road, versus William Byron, who just is dealing with his own shit because his tire just exploded, and Denny, who puts on 4 tires. Now, we have talked about on this show how the 4-tire thing works. The 4-tire thing works. That's how Chase Elliott won. That's how other people won. Surely, I don't care about them, though.
Corey Haim.
I think Corey Haim. Yes, literally on Friday. And so it's like the 4-tire thing in the moment I felt was a good call. And I'm not going to do
agree.
I'm not going to do what other people are doing where they're hindsighting 2020 in it and being like, "Oh, well that was a bad call by the crew chief and like they lost that championship for Denny." I don't believe that to be true. I think that was the right call, given the body of information we had. So they line back up for the restart. I think Kyle Larson's in like 5th. Denny is in like 10th. And it doesn't even matter at this point who the fuck is going to win the race. It's just going to be whoever finishes first between Kyle and Denny. And we do the restart, and they're like, Kyle took the outside, which they weren't expecting him to do. Denny took the inside. And there was just people in the fucking way of Denny. Like, he couldn't get around anybody on the restart. Like,
I
people were
mean,
just, like, packed
he just
together.
clearly didn't have the speed. Like, he
No.
cut the corner. I mean, he was attempting to do, like, exactly what Corey
What
Haim did, where you
what
just
Corey
take
Haim
a
did.
far low line, cut the corner, and kind of come out. And it just, like, you could see the car wasn't going anywhere. Like,
No.
it was
It was stuck. It was like it was about what you would look like when somebody's trying to do a restart from 10th.
right.
There's fucking people there, like, the other people were trying to do their own, like, low line shit, and then it's like people were in the way, and Denny was like, "Okay, I guess I'm just gonna be stuck behind these idiots." And, like, you see Kyle also kind of got, like, kind of boxed in with some people and stuff, but it just, like, didn't matter because Denny was
Mm-mm.
fighting his own demons. That it was like Kyle finished where he needed to finish to win the race. And it was like, for 2 whole laps, I genuinely was like, there's gotta be, like, some sort of higher being here, somebody who's gonna, like, step in and save us, right? Like Bill France or whoever the fuck you are that runs NASCAR, like, you're gonna step in and save us, right? Like, there's no way you're gonna allow this to happen, because it's just the worst fucking ending. Like, we just watched Denny, like, dominate this whole race.
208 laps.
Dominate.
He led 208 laps.
And, like, I just couldn't believe it is really just gonna be this restart with one of them in 5th and one of them in 10th. And this is just, like, how the race is gonna end and how the championship is gonna be decided. It was, like, basically the worst fucking ending you could possibly write to the championship. They're not even leading. They were, like, buried in a pack of, like, fucking randos, like, with love. Like, I think, like, Brad Keselowski was, like, leading and shit. It was just like, what the fuck is happening? We're literally just doing a restart and 2-lap shootout, and that's how we're gonna decide?
That's
It was so dumb.
crazy. Yeah, Kyle Larson. And, like, he even said in the post race, he's like, I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't even lead a lap. It's like, yeah, no. And, no, and I think that's a
Kyle
great point that
literally
you brought up.
I was like, do you even want to pretend like this isn't, like, the most ridiculous thing ever? Like, I was like,
It's
why'd you say that about yourself?
goofy, dude. Even if Kyle Larson is acknowledging it's goofy, it's goofy.
It's goofy. And then, like I said, we proceed to have a championship that feels a whole lot like a funeral, but somehow worse. They
Mm-hmm.
show Denny in his car, and you would expect somebody to be sad, like you saw Connor Zilic the night before. You'd expect somebody to look in shock. You'd expect somebody to look all sorts of things. But instead you see Denny, who looks so obviously mad. Like, he had, like, the maddest look I've ever seen
I think
somebody
it
have
was
on.
worse than that. I don't even think he was mad. I think he was, like, full on, like, mourning, like, grieving
Yeah.
what
Honestly,
should
his
have
career.
been.
Yeah,
Well, I
like, in a
mean,
way, he
this
was
was
like,
it.
what
Like,
am I
he
doing
even
here?
said, if you don't win this one, like, what are you gonna win? It's,
Yeah.
it was so, like, it's just, like, gut wrenching. Like, the NASCAR nation was all like, fuck. It
Yeah.
just sucked to see that for Denny, truly.
And then, like, it's weird because, like, you see, like, Joe Gibbs come up to him, and, like, you can kind of hear him on the mic saying, like, thank you so much for, like, all the years. They, before the show, showed, like, a very heart-wrenching video of Joe Gibbs talking about Denny, and, like,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, it kind of already had, like, a weird vibe of, like, is this it for Denny? And then, like, he straight up said after the race, he's like, I don't have any fun left with NASCAR. Like, I want to
Well,
never get in a race car again.
he said, I'm not having fun racing. Like, I'm not having fun in the car right now. Which I think is a quote from a different driver who had said something in the same predicament. But he does, I don't, it's like, he's a great driver. Like, he still could easily go out there and have another amazing season like this, but there's just so many factors. You have to have so much luck on your side. You have to be able, like, you have to have the playoffs on your side. It's like leaving it up to chance for another year when he could have sealed the deal this year, but like even luck and chance weren't on his side. It just fucking, it sucks to watch.
I think it's like people have tried to make the comparison of like the reason why the one race to finish everything off is like a game 7 moment. Like they're putting so much pressure on the teams and the pits crews and the
That doesn't,
crew chiefs to perform. But it's like it doesn't make
that's
sense
not
when to get to game 7 you had to win and lose
right. You
games
had to go
1
through
through
game
6.
there was no game 6
Yeah,
moment. Like, you can't
no.
be like, this is game 7. It's like, no, because we didn't have the lead up to game 7. This is game
We
1 is
started
what
from
this is.
0 and we're ending with a champion.
Like,
And so that's why it's like I understand the new format to potentially be like a 3 race finale. And I can
yeah,
see how NASCAR might feel like that could fix things. I'm not saying that it's the worst idea I've ever heard.
it's definitely
I'm just
better than what we
saying
have now.
what we have right now, I would not expect Denny Hamlin to ever get in a fucking car again if we're just going to continue with what we have right now. Because, like,
Well,
why would he?
I mean, he is racing, he is actively suing NASCAR, so I don't think he'd lay down that easily. But when you go from, it's a 36 race season, the entire off season, people, this is the feeling that they're sitting with the entire off season. If you want to make the argument, it's like we're doing the big game 7 moment to like boost ratings and bring in like fan engagement, get other people intrigued. It's like people are going to see like you and I sitting through the entire off season after watching Denny Hamlin mourn one of the closest championships he's ever had. Why would you want to watch? Like, they have to do something. And I don't think the answer, okay, this is just me being biased because I don't want to, like, a 36 race season really seems like a lot in my personal opinion. But it's like, maybe the answer is just going back to like a chase format and then eventually going back to like a traditional full season 36 races or whatever. But just right now, NASCAR seems so lost with the playoffs. It's ridiculous. We shouldn't have to rag on the playoffs the entire season. I don't
I
know.
just want to
You're
watch it.
losing people.
I don't want to have to talk about it anymore. As like I would still say I'm in like I am a fan of NASCAR more than a moderate fan, like, or just a casual fan. I am still like a step down probably from like a full blown NASCAR fan. And so I'm in the phase where I'm like, why the fuck does it every weekend feel like we have to even talk about this thing? Like, can I just enjoy a sport without every weekend having to have an argument about the playoff format? Like, I don't really know if that's the argument that's gonna bring fans in. like it's, you know what I mean? It's
What?
like nobody wants to join a sport where everybody's just the whole time contemplating the entire format of the sport. Like, that's
No.
not fun.
The first thing we learned about NASCAR, the first thing I ever heard about NASCAR was about the
Genuinely.
playoff system and how much people
And
hated
how
it.
it
That
sucks.
doesn't
Yeah.
happen in any other sport. Like, I didn't know about
No.
the NHL playoffs until we got closer to them and people were like, no, it's really exciting. Everyone enjoys them. It's every single sport is like, I mean, I watched game 7 of the Dodgers Blue
Yeah.
Jays. I don't watch baseball like that. And I had a great time. I was like, oh, this is when they're saying game 7, this is what it should feel like. Like, I walked away being like, whoa, that was an intense game. That was a good
Whoa.
game. I walked away from the race last night being like, I should call a therapist. Like I should check on my friends.
Dude, it is so embarrassing how many people actually watch that race. Me and MJ made zero content being like, you guys should watch the NASCAR race this weekend. Because I was like, I don't think
Don't
people should watch the
don't
NASCAR
do
race
it.
this weekend. And then apparently all these F1 fans and stuff that were like looking for something to watch because there's no IndyCar and there's no F1 turned on NASCAR. And so many of them made TikToks being like, hey, why is this the saddest fucking thing I've ever watched? Because they spent the
Literally.
whole fucking race talking about Denny's fucking father and how important it was for him to win this race.
Right.
And so people that watch for the first time, they're like, oh, I really hope this Denny guy wins. And then
No.
they're like, psych, bitch, welcome to NASCAR. It sucks here.
And what's
It's
so
so
funny,
bad.
what is so funny, just with like in the vein of the lawsuit and everything, something that could have like driven fans is the Denny Hamlin narrative. Like you could have gotten some diehard NASCAR fans out of that and I'm sure you still are. And I think like most people's view of Denny definitely has gone up. Like he's more favorable now after everything he's gone through this season. But like it was such a layup if he just won, which I know they can't control, but crazy.
Crazy. I don't know. I kind of felt like I just obviously we're probably not saying anything that different from many other NASCAR creators or podcasts or whatever, because it does just kind of get to the point where the only NASCAR discourse that there is to have right now is like, how do you fix this feeling? I don't
Right.
really know if the 3 race finale is the way to do it, but it sure is somewhere to start. I'm interested to see how it plays out next year, considering that that's what like Jeff Gluck and stuff is like heavily insinuated is the new format. Everybody kind of felt like walking away from this weekend, like they were straight up saying like, so that's the last time we're going to do that. So that's probably good. What do you think the like legacy of the 2025 season is going to be? What do you think about like our champion? What is the storyline there of Kyle Larson winning? Like, I mean,
It's
he had a lot of points this season, not a lot of wins. He was literally on like his longest winning less
winless
streak.
streak. It's weird like talking about the narrative of the 2025 season. I've seen a lot of journalists talk about how like NASCAR is just like losing narratives because of this playoff format. And like truly, what is the narrative around Kyle Larson? Like he did the double, he had a really shit time. He won a few races.
IMS, I think, was like, look, he did the
Dude,
double and he won. I
I
was like,
was
and how did he do with
pissed.
the double? Why the fuck are you posting about this? It's
Don't
so
bring that up.
stupid.
But it's like there is no narrative around Kyle Larson. The reason we have a narrative around Denny Hamlin is because he kind of like goes out of his way to write his own writing his own narrative. With like the NASCAR lawsuit, the fact that he has a podcast, he's so outspoken. It feels like the only thing I'm gonna take away from this season is how it ended. Like
Mm-hmm.
this,
And
I
how it
mean,
should have ended and how it did.
right, what we could have had. I mean, maybe people would have been a little quiet about the playoff system. Whatever. It's not going to happen. It's
Yeah,
like
whatever.
truly it's never going to happen. But no, I think just this whole season felt so flat. It felt so long. And then we finally got to like the Denny Hamlin stuff and it's like we couldn't even get that. The whole season feels sour to me now. Besides like the SVG stuff, that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, he got Rookie of the Year. Shout out SVG.
Okay. Can I say something about the Rookie of the Year situation? Why did we pretend like the Rookie of the Year thing went until the end of the season? Because I just feel like it was signed, sealed, delivered like months and months and months ago. Like you guys are
I feel
bullying
like
Riley Herbst.
after win number 3 or 4, we could have said mathematically it was wrapped up.
Like
If we would have
after
wanted to
not,
sit down and do the math, yeah.
I think the first couple races where SVG finished on the lead lap, I think they could have been like, yeah, no, it's not looking good for Riley Herbst.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, did you know Riley Herbst? Fun fact: his dad is associated with Monster Energy. That's why he's in the Monster car. Thoughts?
I think I've heard things about his ride potentially being well funded and well secured.
Like with a seatbelt?
No, with money from
Oh shit!
Monster.
From
Yeah.
father.
From
Okay. Anyways,
yeah.
sorry, Riley Herbst. I just had to get one last jab in, I guess.
I think that maybe there's more jabs to come for Riley. I do. Yeah, one last thing on the Kyle Larson thing. This is me. I am guilty of recency bias. I am. I struggle, and with whatever playoff system or not playoff system we move forward with, I struggle with like the idea of just a 36 race like points thing by the fact of I think technically Kyle Larson did do like best or second best or something on points. But when somebody doesn't win during a season, man, it feels really hard to even give a fuck about them in their season, right? Because it's like
It's
I don't feel like I can think of a single
well,
highlight of his season.
and this is one of the issues with the playoff system is had he been that high in the points without a single win and it was just like a full season championship, we would have talked about him. We would have heard about him. Like it would have been a big
Right.
deal. But the fact it's like, well, it doesn't really even fucking matter till we get the playoffs anyways. And then he did just well enough to get by in the playoffs. It's like there was no narrative around him the whole time because it wasn't convenient.
Yeah.
I
Whatever.
don't
Fuck
know.
that guy. I'm tired of talking about him. Whatever.
Fuck that
Congratulations,
guy.
Kyle Larson, or whatever. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, glad you're not going to be at the Indy 500 next year. And at least he went up there and wasn't completely fucking annoying about it. I liked the part where he said he didn't lead a single lap. I thought that was funny. I liked the part where he said he was sad for Denny. I was like, that's funny. So now what are you looking for?
I just didn't know if you wanted to finish with a fun fact.
I do. I think we should wrap this part up with a fun fact, and then we can continue talking about the more fun parts of NASCAR.
You have more?
No, I didn't put it in the notes. I was just going to you give me a fun fact.
Fun fact. Fun fact. Um. Oh, here's a fun fact for you. The heart of a shrimp is located in its head. They also have an open circulatory system, which means they have no arteries and their organs float directly in the blood.
Whoa. Lot to take in there. Okay, moving on. Wow. What I was going to talk about with fun. Okay, SVG Rookie of the Year. Ryan Blaney won. Congratulations. Weird that we had no post show whatsoever. They were like, this is sad. And then they just cut to the news. And I fucking kid you not, I did not even know he won. Somebody shared the winning graphic of Ryan Blaney. And I literally went, wait, you're right. Kyle Larson didn't even win the race.
Didn't win.
I didn't even register that that's what happened because I was in such shock and awe and despair. And then I was like, well, congratulations, Ryan Blaney, I guess. So, congratulations, Ryan Blaney, I guess.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, do you want to do a fan favorite of NASCAR this week? No.
Yeah. I mean,
I can go first if you want.
I think the only person I paid attention to this week was Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. That's fair. I thought it was interesting that Chris Buescher and Ryan Preece dressed up as each other for Halloween. And then it didn't really work because Chris Buescher can accidentally grow a beard in like 3 hours. So they were like, he tried to look like Ryan Preece. This is like, he just looks like Chris Buescher. They're like, we don't really know what to do. But Ryan Preece really dedicated himself to the costume. So I feel like, unfortunately, I know it's like pretty like a given on this fucking show at this point. But I think fan favorite has to be Ryan Preece for me.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, that is good.
Did you
and didn't he saran wrap Chris Buescher's car?
Mm-hmm. And then I think Chris Buescher had his car towed or something. They were just like running their own side plot. I was like, okay, glad somebody's having fun around here.
I can't wait for Bowman Gray.
I can't wait for us to do a whole episode explaining how Bowman Gray works again. Because
Dude,
it makes no sense whatsoever. We'll have to cut
the
that episode
duels.
and just make a VOD out of it or something. So I don't even feel like trying to figure it out again. But I thought that was pretty good. Did you have any Halloween costumes that you saw any motorsports people do that you liked?
Any motorsports people do, like drivers or anything? I
Yeah,
didn't see a
like did
single
people
driver do a.
Halloween costume? I saw the New Gardens went to
Oh yeah, that
Disney
was
and they
cute.
did like a Toy Story thing. That was kind of cute.
Yeah, and Scotty Mac was on a dinosaur. That was great.
Good stuff, yeah. Felix is having a baby. Do we
Yeah,
think he's gonna
congrats,
be a girl
Felix.
dad? I
I
think he's
sure
gonna be a
hope
girl
so.
dad. Congrats. Um who nobody else really did costumes. I feel like we got more costumes last year. What was that about? Doesn't NASCAR do their whole like Halloween day where like all the NASCAR kids go trick or treating in the infield and stuff like
I
that? I just don't really
guess
understand why we didn't do
not.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. That was disappointing. That was disappointing.
What the freak?
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess my award goes to Joseph Newgarden and his wife. Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Do we want to end this episode?
Yeah.
End it with a fun fact. MJ, do it for the people. End it with a fun fact. And if you guys in the comments would like to share a fun fact with us, I think that that would really tie everything together for just like moving forward and putting past the trauma of the NASCAR season. Everybody in the comments share your favorite fun
Give me a
fact.
fun
And me
fact.
and MJ
Here's a
will read all of them. I promise. We do.
Oh, 100%. Here's a fun fact for you. Big Ben's clock stopped at 10:07 p.m. on the 27th of May in 2005, most likely due to extremely hot temperatures.
And they fixed it.
I don't know, that's the fun fact ends. It doesn't get fun after that.
Yeah, no, you're right. It just gets to be like about logistics and whatever. Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to end it. And with that, we will catch you guys next week on Laps Down. We will be
Next
talking about
season,
the
see
F1
you for
race.
Bowman Gray.
No. We'll see you for the F1 race next week. And we're going to start putting things together for the Laps Down Awards. After the F1 season ends, we will have those posted for you to vote on. But if you guys have any award categories for IndyCar or NASCAR or anything that you want us to include in there, there is still time. And with that, we're going to sign off. This little bee has to go to bed.
Yeah,
Goodbye, everyone.
it's bedtime. Bye.